Welcome back to another video here on Rastas Realities. Like, share, and subscribe, and comment your thoughts as you are an integral part of the channel. This is the Friday's Food series here on YouTube, and this is Rastas Realities. The thing with reality is that it is truth, and despite all futile efforts to manipulate it, one will always fail fighting in vain against nature and truth. Speaking of truth, of which I promote when nonsense is present within society, and yes, I am a part of society. Being so, I not only speak to others nonsense in truth, I must also address foolery that I, Rasta Kilbomani, participated in during my growth period. Yes, you heard right. This week's Friday's Foods is none other than myself. See, I'm going to take a page from the movie 8 Mile, where Eminem ultimately destroyed his competition by disclosing his own flaws, thus removing ammo from his opponent and winning. What makes me a fool, too, is though I love both of my boys, I have a great disdain for the females that I chose to interact with. I am not saying that I did not want the children. I am saying that I could have chosen better, much better quality of mates, and that falls directly on me and no one else, thus making me a fool deserving of exactly what they put me through, though some of it was extreme. Yes, it's problematic dealing with anyone who's mentally ill. One being mentally ill doesn't always constitute a sickness that one is born into. A male or female who's been molested has a mental illness from the ungodly act. A person whom experienced any form of child abuse, which includes absenteeism from either or both parents, is mentally ill. Being mentally ill isn't a lifetime thing, as we as humans are resilient. For more proof of that, see slavery, gentrification, etc., of survivors who continues to persevere despite what they have went through. Yes, I can admit that I allowed my feelings for my son's moms to overtake my logic in those early years, but hey, I was young and inexperienced. I compounded the situation with more of my own nonsense. Then when it blew up in my face, I honestly expected them to put up with said nonsense without checking myself by admitting to my inequities to myself, let alone them. If they were or are bitter, I can honestly understand and do not fault them. The communication could have been better on the two-way street, but that's neither here nor there. When I had not checked myself. Pictured here is my favorite fruit, the pomegranate. I will show you how it relates to my situation then and what the changes look like both in terms of people and fruit. See, this is us, whole and innocent, before the corruption of society, flawless and wholesome, full of fresh seeds. As we begin to live and experience Earth and its inhabitants doing both good and bad, we start to show battle damage, as shown here. Same shape, color, wholesomeness, but with nicks, scars appearing, signaling the apparent. After a while, we start to spoil, leading to what's shown here. This is years of lack of self-accountability, self-abuse, and harm we impose unto others. At this point, life isn't salvageable, as we let ourselves, including myself, go too long without properly checking ourselves. I was and still is disappointed with myself for not catching myself much earlier in younger years of my development to nip a whole lot in the bud. The saying is true, better late than never. All said, my purpose, I'm living it, operating legit on logic, utilizing sense, that's common, hungry for truth, I'm it, to uplift, not smother, to you, me, and others, on point, reaching the brothers who seek it, success you will reap from it. Thank you for tuning in and sharing to like while commenting your subscription. If you cannot tip jar, at least support with a like. Become a part of the Naughty Notification Nation by moving that notify bell to all to remain up to date when I go live. Check the channel at your convenience and often for new vid drops. I am Rasta Akil Bomani signing off until next time. Peace to you.